Well, hello and welcome to another episode of The Card Show. Welcome. I want to thank everyone for their kind words regarding the last pod with gyms. I think a lot of people were same as myself, we're surprised that Jim hasn't done more sort of pods or other things in the hobby scene since he's been so sort of, I think, influential, I suppose. We've seen numerous videos of him with his grading advice and techniques with maybe Sports Cars UK. I think he was featured quite heavily in his last video at London. With his submissions there. So yeah, I thought it was about time, and I'm glad and honoured as well that he chose mine, and we will get it done. We will be doing. We this week are doing a 2 and a 3-part one specifically on sort of the whole grading process, and one sort of back onto sort of Jim's life as well, and what Jim sort of year 2, year 3, etc. been looking like in his progression. So I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. I'm glad everyone appreciated Jim's time and Jim's knowledge. And hopefully we get one again soon. So yeah, privilege to have him on. I appreciate that. Today though, let's talk about some of the hobby news and some of the latest products coming out. I suppose sports has been sports. I mean, last night for the Chiefs was crazy. Way to stay undefeated, unbelievable. I was almost in tears. Not gonna lie. But anyway, National has announced some new vendors. New vendor spots available. I think it says 75 all in all, which is going to be interesting. Do is probably one of the big criticisms of the last X amount of years about the National was obviously the sort of old guard always sort of having it. So yeah, it's probably been one of the criticisms of the National, I suppose. The old guard having it. Sorry about that, Cole. I have to, currently got work on Hashi. That's why it seems a bit jagged this episode, is because of the work going on, and you might hear noises, etc., and people coming and going, asking questions. Currently in a bathroom redone, so yeah, bathroom fitters are in. But anyway, it has been one of the criticisms, and I think that's why people were so sort of excited maybe for Fanatics Fest. The new fresh, people with licenses as well. They were able to bring in superstars, and we saw what the wrestling stuff was like. They had an entrance where you could enter the stadium like your favorite wrestler. You could meet them, get them signed stuff, and they had a lot of sports stars there as well. So that was sort of like the new up and coming as the National was like the old guard, and it kept all the old vendors, which is, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just very difficult for new people to get in, and it's always nice to have sort of not saying these old guards didn't have fresh inventory, but it's always nice to have newer people coming in and sort of accepting them in and allowing them. I suppose it's one thing we've done well over here. I've never heard of a show that's sort of like gate kept tables. You look at the biggest one we've got over here now, is one of the biggest, not only in Europe but also in the world now, in London. It's over 2 floors, and they didn't sort of gatekeep tables. It was a free for all as always. It was the first come first served, which is commendable, because they're making sure that everyone's got an opportunity to get a table and showcase what they've got and have an opportunity to buy or sell, etc. So I think it's a good move for National. I think it's interesting they're expanding, because it does mean that, because the next one is in Chicago, which is bigger than Cleveland. So if they're now going bigger, which I believe is doable at Chicago, does that mean that Cleveland is out of the picture for good? Because surely you're not going to go back downsizing. I think it's a good time for the hobby as well. It shows that we're still growing. It's still getting bigger each month, year, etc. So yeah, Craig, kind of a good side, I suppose. It's interesting. I think it's 75 new vendors, which is interesting. I don't know if that's 2 tables a piece, or if it's set. I didn't read too much. I don't think you disclosed too much if it was a set amount of tables, or if it was just 75 vendor tables, etc. So it'll be interesting how it all pans out. But I think the National always have that sort of prestige, and I think people always still will want to go there. And I think a lot of people will hype it up for hyping sake, and people will say this or the other. I mean, let's face it, Majesty merged the National with Fanatics Fest. I mean, that's what Fanatics Fest should do. If you've got the money, merge them both. You've got the biggest sort of thing that everyone keeps talking about in the hobby, the Holy Grail. with the new and upcoming stuff. Like, you know, you have it on this in the same sort of complex. I mean, Chicago would be perfect, or, you know, other places in America as well, where you've got so many different floors and hotels around, you know, built into it. But yeah, interesting signs. Interesting. We just had the London Card Show. I mean, as always, as we would have seen, I think JJJ put a video out now. I'll see Sports Card UK's his video out. You know, people are getting their videos out on the sports side. I think a lot of the Pokemon people, poker collector people have had a lot of their vlogs out and different sort of videos out. They seem to be very quick at getting their content out on that side. They're very commendable on that. But yeah, so I think I've not heard, you know, negatives so far, which is always a plus. You know, I think I was intrigued to find out how the two floors went. They seem to have gone pretty well. Obviously, granted, I've heard more on that from the sports guys who didn't really notice it. Like, oh yeah, it wasn't an issue. The few TCG people I've heard from, it wasn't that much of an issue to go up some stairs, down some stairs. You know, I think they appreciated the second doors open as well, so it wasn't sort of just a cramming in at one door. And you know, I've been, you know, if you remember the first couple of London Card Shows when it was at Sandown, not, you know, after Tolworth, I would obviously stay at the venue event essentially, and I'd wake up early and get there, and I'd always try and be one of the first in the queue, and I would be there from like 8 o'clock in the morning maybe. Bear in mind it doesn't open for VIPs till 9:30, so I could be there from 8:30, 8:00ish easy. You know, you can. I think there's footage of it, you know, for the past podcasts and all sorts. But yeah, you know, I used to see the team hiring the team, setting up and stuff like that. Also, we've seen the night before, setting up, and, you know, the last minute details for the day and setting out the borders for people to walk down. So I'm sure people, again, it's gone what 6 times, 7 times bigger from that as well. So I'm sure the queues were just as bad, and I'm sure people were a lot happier now that they've got another way to get in and not have it overcramped. So if you got the downstairs sort of door and the upstairs door, which it probably leaves a lot of traffic as well on that. So it's like a roadway and a pathway, so it probably leaves a lot of traffic. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to 2024. I mean, I don't know if people listen to the Toto podcast with Harry on, but he did say that he probably reckons this 2025 even. I'm looking forward to 2025. Yeah, that 2025 will be sort of at Isha still. But potentially something different in 2026. We'll see. We'll see. I think everyone will keep supporting it, which is good, and I think it'll only keep growing. What I do like as well is they're always like changing things out. They always trying to up themselves. They don't sort of rest on the laurels, if that makes sense. Like there's always a little bit of improvement or a little bit something they'll try different, and they don't rush in. You know, they probably could have done what they did, you know, in 2 floors a few shows back, but they didn't rush it. They said, we've just done this. We know we expanded here. We expanded this side. Now we'll try that for a bit and then see how it goes. Then they do another show and say, right, well, that's working really well. Now we can do the next one, and I like that. It's very methodical. So yeah, I do enjoy that. And again, it's not the only show that's doing stuff like that. You know, look at what Scotland Card Show is doing. Look what MCC. Look what, you know, even Card kind of staying at the same place and keeps getting bigger and bigger. You know, so there's a lot of shows out there doing a lot of work, and it's good to see. I think it's only good. And again, hopefully Europe is in the same sort of vein. I can't speak on too many, but what I've heard. I mean, as we've seen this week, if you follow certain people, there are a lot of people in Macau for the ASCC. ACCSS. It's too many A's and C's. There's too many C's and S's in there for me, so you got no chance. But what the ASCC or ACCS or whatever it was, I'm pretty sure it's Macau. Now I'm thinking it's not even Macau. But yeah, let me look what it's called. Jesus, that's bad. Is it Macau? Yes. ASCC show, the Asia Sports Card Collectors Convention. Okay. Got that bench all right. And it was in Macau. Boom. Shout. Whereas that looked obviously totally different from the other ones, right? So you look at that compared to no thanks. Yeah, look compared to sort of like London Card Show, where it's very much sort of dealer heavy, and then 10% will be businesses, right? Roughly 10%, I'd say. You know, so you got your whatnots, and I suppose you got like your Sports Trading Card UK's, your Third Down. Whereas this looked like it, you know, Macau looked very business heavy. Yeah, I think obviously Card Hopper over there. I believe Goldin had a big space. Futera had a and it's all sort of like booze, but it reminds me a bit like I can't think what what it reminds you of like a in business events, where you go in and someone's trying to give you like a something from their stand. Oh yeah, this is what we're doing. Here's a little sample of it. And you, all right, yeah, nice. And you sort of in a sort of squared footage area that you've got. They had like a little, I think they had a little like five-side football court in there as well, which I've always said about card shows. I know the Yorkshire did a full game, but having stuff like that, like especially at CardCon, like this when if you ever go CardCon, like the size of it is an air hanger, and they've using. I think the first time they used like a third, and I looked down at the abyss that they were in this air hanger, and I was thinking they could have done, you know, could have done little, the sort of basketball hoop things that you just throw in your basketball out and you high score. Could have done one of them, and the winner gets a hobby box or something of NBA, something, and you could have had a little football thing there, even just like a goal and hire a goalkeeper, etc. And some bit of turf for him to dive around on and have plenty of shootouts. You pay a couple of quid, and whoever scores 3 out of pens wins, booster boxes or something. It just it's just something else to the weekend, right? Because that was a 2 day as well. See, I think Macau was like a 3 or 4 day. I think it was like a vendor day or business to business day, whatever it is, and 2 or 3 days. Yeah, it looked crazy. I don't think it's a show. Even it does look amazing. Do not think it's a show I will go to personally. I just can't see myself flying over to Macau. I don't know why. I just don't know. It's never. Yeah, I just don't know if I personally would go. Would I go? Would I be there on holiday and just nip in? That's the thing. I'm probably gonna say no. I wouldn't go just for the hobby, personally. Yeah, but it does look good. But never say never, I suppose. But yeah, it just doesn't. I don't think I personally go just because it's so far away. That is my only excuse. I think because yeah. Would I? Is that anything that's lost me? Hmm. Don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't go there just for the show. But I wouldn't just fly there just for the show. Not people go to like, oh, I'm going to fly to Dallas or Chantilly or Burbank, etc. Like there has to be more in it for me. I didn't go to New York to go Bleakers, for instance. So yeah, like I know it's a shop and everything, but yeah, there has to be a little bit more. So maybe I need to see what's in Macau a bit more, and that was sway me. But yeah, I wouldn't just go for the show. I'd probably have to do a bit of time in Macau and sort of experience it, then do the show for a few days. It was similar with Fanatics Fest. That was a few day, and it's where it is. Well, literally, my hotel was like I was there, like my hotel here, and the hotel I stayed at when I was in New York, and it's where I would be staying in the future as well if I can get it. I really enjoyed it. It was literally a stone throw. Like I'm talking, not in a block away. I don't think it's the end of the road sort of thing. So I know the area quite well. A very nice area. So I was very intrigued about doing that, and then obviously just dipping out and going. Said at the time there wasn't too bleak as of open, so there's obviously one downtown, some sort of. Is it uptown or midtown? The other one, it's not far from Central Park, but yeah, there's a lot to do there, even with Hudson Yards and stuff like that. So a very enjoyable spot to be in. Nice place to be as well. What I would have done, or I would have gone back to that to do for next best, and probably would have said done a day to fully do it. If I really wanted to go and do a full day again, I would. But if not, maybe do a little bit in the morning and get off, or etc. And experience a bit of New York and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe Macau would be on the list. I still definitely want to do a lot more in Europe because I think the European shows are definitely heating up, especially Germany, Copenhagen. It's a beautiful place in general. So yeah, that's definitely on the radar for 2025. More shows. Yeah, I think I've talked about it before. It's not financially the best if you're traveling to shows all the time, up and down the country or across Europe, whatever. Making money in a hobby. It's not for me. It's not been compared 2023 to 2024. I meant to make a lot more money and buy a lot more PC cards through that, through buying and selling sort of online, essentially, sort of buying, giving it a wipe over and a clean, getting it graded, and then selling it or making plays of graded plays. Graded plays I probably made less of a profit margin on. But being first in the market and getting cards and getting graded and stuff like that is where I made a majority of the money, and again, it enabled me to buy some personal cards, some PC cards, and not all the cards are mega expensive and beautiful, but the cards that I sort of want to look back and go, I met that era of the Chiefs and had sort of some of the players, Rookie Tokyo of Nicole Hardman, for instance, and who else have I got? I think it's Sky Moore, Mahomes, Hollow Optic, rated rookie, and Kareem Hunt's gold prism to 10 auto, stuff like that. Stuff that's like memorable times. Look back on a few years' time. So like, oh, that era, because this era won't last forever. This now won't last forever, as they say. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. But I do miss the social aspect of going to shows and being able to sort of, I wouldn't say a wield and deal at shows, but I definitely had a lot better interactions with people, but a lot of good rapport with a lot of people. I'm grateful they're still, in good touch with a lot of people now and still coming on the pod, and whether it be Jordan from Scotland Card Show, obviously Sports Cards UK, Dan, Jim, Jamie, Sports Cards Scotland, so many, even the Totally Podcast boys, Harry from London Card Show. I'm grateful that I may not be as social as I once was, but that will change next year. I think I'll be at a few more shows. I think I'll just be a bit more selective. Like obviously 2023, I was at every show going. Try and make as much footage and put as much content out there so people need to do shows around in England to help them boost up a little bit. And then this year it's been about, okay, how can I not so much recoup some of the money I lost, but what's like the best strategy for me here to be able to buy cards I want, because I'm very rare. I'm finding cards I actually want to sort of PC in England. With it being sort of Chiefs is my main PC, I'd say. Chiefs and Mahomes. Mahomes is my PC, but he's just too expensive. So I sort of narrowed down sort of numbered cards of Mahomes, and that's sort of it all collecting there. And then obviously Chiefs, because I want to remember some of these players that are giving good memories now. Pacheco's and Rashid Rice was starting to be coming in guys too, and it's good to have Hunt back and he's performing like this, and he carrying his team, I tell you. Even Carl Aftis and Leo Chanel yesterday's block, and Chris Jones, Travis, Andy Reid. I still need Andy Reid also. I know Third Down had a crazy little auto, but yeah, I do want an Andy Reid one. So just to sort of to look back on as well for this era, and just a treasure now, I suppose. Maybe a few more City cards. Man City, I'm obviously a Man City fan. But then this is the thing, you go down too many rows and you're collecting everything. I think I was doing like a little Jordan collection at one point, and I was doing a bit of Kobe and a bit of Tom Brady and I think I started a Rodgers one at one point. I ended up getting a few into my cousin because he's a big Rodgers fan, and I was kind of hoping to get him into the hobby as well. It was one of the things that I said at the beginning of the year, remember, that, that we have to talk proudly and positive about this hobby because it's the way to grow. You can't be a dark, dirty secret we keep to ourselves. Don't tell our friends at work or our friends outside of work that that's something to do. Because the more people you tell, they might be interested, and it helps how we grow. And these memories still having some of their people they may idolize sort of signed cards. It's limited to like 10 or 25 or even to 49 in the world. It's crazy, right? Now I've got cards that are even like I think like 199, and to me I still cherish that like it is a to 10 because I know there's only 199 in the world. I know there's more than sort of 200 fans of Mahomes sort of thing. So you got to cherish what you can cherish. That's all I'll say there. That's all I'll say there, and that's probably enough for card shows because I think we've got a couple more towards the end of the year. Right? I think Northwest have a show. I think it's this one at Haydock. I think this might be the free one they do at Christmas for Haydock. So shout out to Sean and the team there, giving a free show back to the community each year. And then Yorkshire has one, I believe, it's like on birthday weekend, like 20 something, right, of November. So yeah, I don't think it's a football one, if I remember correctly. I feel like they're moving venue as well, but maybe I'm tripping balls there. But yeah, if you're around Yorkshire area or want to come to Yorkshire one weekend in November, make sure you hit up them. And if you're getting if you want to help, Haydock, so it's just south of Liverpool, more sort of Warrington way, I suppose, Newton the Willowsy way, the Haydock. And it's a free show as well, which is always cool. Make sure you hit up Northwest card show for that. I just got builds coming through. I don't know if you can hear it, so I'm always like a bit silent. But we have the end of HRO, so I don't know if people were interested, people collect it or not. I actually did. I thought it was going to be something quite cool. I know a lot of people do similar stuff with Panini because they have the blockchain, so you can have a prism to 10 of your certain player, and you can get the blockchain version as well, so you can have both physical and digital. Obviously, it didn't come as one; you had to buy them separate. Whereas with HRO, if you buy a pack of cards, you just get it onto their app, and you have you have both the physical and digital, and it would be that same exact one as well. So that always helps with that side of things, right? So you've gone from having just the one to having both the workers. Yeah, they're having both physical and digital, and just paying their own price. I believe people could buy just the digital off you as well, and obviously you could sell the physical without people owning the digital as well. So you could sell the physical cards, you used to own the digital if that was what you prefer to collect, and vice versa. I think you could trade or sell for points on the app. But yeah, unfortunately, they've come to an end. I think they're going to release the final. I think it's a Batman chapter they're going to do, and then that is it. Obviously, Hero was a DC product, so it was a lot of DC characters from your Batman, Shazam's, Black Adam, etc. I kind of could see it coming a little bit. It had that sort of NFT vibe, I suppose, where a lot of money probably went into it during the COVID era, and then the money was obviously went in big at the beginning and sort of died off. I think I don't want to say I'm surprised, because I'm quite happy myself that the likes of Top Shot and NFL All Day going. I still buy NFL All Day moments. I still like having the cheat. I still buy a lot of chief moments, especially from the game I was there. It obviously means more to me, and stuff like that. But I like that sort of stuff. Tops did some NFT stuff at one point, and it's that sort of died and fizzled out a little bit, and I don't know what's going on with there. They said it's quite on the website. I think it does say it's coming back soon. Panini has still been very active with their blockchain stuff, and you can still go on and buy latest release. You can buy, the latest rookie stuff in Origins and something else. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I know. Chief Mahomes, he picked up this might be wrong. I think it's a to 49 Xavier Worthy Origins card. I think it was a red color match, if I'm remembering right. It was his birthday, so it was a bit ago for me. I'm getting old. It was a while ago. I can't remember. But so he was obviously someone who's collecting on both ends of physical cards and digital cards, and it's kind of cool that he has that. I mean, it would have been cool if he got the same serial number. So if he owned, number 44 and in digital and 44 in physical, but I don't know about that. Well, let me know your thoughts. Are you guys interested in that whole blockchain, NFT, digital collectible side of things, or not? I mean, a lot of people made a lot of money in it and then sort of left. A lot of people got lumbered a lot of money. I a bit of both. Lumbered a lot of money and pick up a lot of stuff for cheap. There's other digital collectibles out there. Obviously, now that Pokemon have their sort of digital trading card thing going on their app, there's other stuff like Vivi, I say, which is a digital collectible that seems to still be going quite strong. But yeah, it's interesting, the different spaces. I'm pretty sure HRO as well were at London Card Show as well last year. Again, they made really good impression on people. Nice cards. It's just a shame. It's not really panned out on that side. I think there's a company in Metabilia. Do a lot of stuff now. I think that's really helping sort of the collectible side of things, because they even do sports cards as well. So they have a lot of contracts with teams. Obviously, I follow Chiefs. I think that's the Chiefs bids on their app and that. And yeah, they do everything from game use jerseys and stuff like that, and cleats and pants, gloves as well, to just autoed jerseys that aren't game use, obviously. Autoed mini helmets, auto helmets, memorabilia tickets. I do have one here actually. So I actually got this given to me at the game when I was at, so I know rather than I kept it. People aren't watching. It's a Week 17 Chiefs versus Bengal. Has a little seat. It wasn't my seat. It was section 12, row 31, seat 23. Limited edition, exclusive distribution by Metabilia. And this was signed by Drew Tranquil. So obviously I've kept it in this little thingy and enjoyed it there. It says limited edition, commemorative ticket. So it's kind of cool. Then that was free. They give us like 4. I said, you might get lucky. Oh no, just dropped it, boys. 1 second. Oh God, what an idiot. There we go. Yeah, so give us a couple and for me and the wife, and yeah, I'm pretty sure she got the one at sort of. Not lie, I think I got a couple that were none or so, but there we go. Art focus on people watching. So yeah, so I've always I was a fan and used their app before that anyway. So to have that is obviously maybe use it a bit more. And yeah, I bought a few things. Well, won a few bids on there, and I've enjoyed that sort of collecting and stuff. I said I've got a few jerseys now um, from Chiefs players, even other like non-Chiefs players, the basketball players as well. I think Giannis and stuff like that. I think it's sold. Did I sell my Shaq and Rodman? I think it did. I got a Mike Tyson glove right here, which I'm probably going to get rid of, um, just because I'm losing my studio room at the moment. I know. Woe is me, right? Woe is me. Anyway, latest release product. I've not really talked about products for a while, so I thought better do some products. We have, as of this week, so this is the 11th. So as of the 11th, we have Panini Impeccable Baseball for the baseball fans out there, which is a massively growing market in the UK, I would say. I say massively. It's a very, very well growing market. 2024 Topps Chrome Update Series Baseball. 2024 Topps Chrome Update Series Baseball Mega. 2023-2024 Topps Chrome UEFA Euro Soccer. Now I feel about that. Upper Deck Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. 2022-2023 Upper Deck Premier Hockey. 2024 Leaf Metal Blue Mountain State. 2024 Press Pass Premium Baseball. 2024 Press Pass Premium Baseball Solo Plus. We have Pokemon Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. We have Pokemon 2024 Collector Chest Tin Fall 2024. What that means, but okay. Pokemon Charizard EX Battle League Battle Deck. We have the Pokemon Grand Adventure Collection. Pokemon Ogapon. I probably never said that right. Apologies. EX Premium Collection. We have Topps Holiday Baseball Mega, Topps Holiday Baseball Tin, and 2024 TriStar Hidden Treasures Official Autograph Footballs. And that's it. And I think starts next week with I think it's Game of Thrones, Legends of the Realm. Ooh. But yeah, not much on the soccer or NFL, NBA releases at the moment. I think the world's still gone a bit crazy about this whole Costco Donruss sort of exclusive where you get one mega downtown, like an oversized downtown, and a lot of the rookies in there in their rookie preview. So yeah, I think if the price is right, I think a lot of people are selling for good money on eBay, so be careful. And there's a room as well that you can see who the downtown is because the paper is quite thin. So if anyone tries to sell you sealed downtowns, they probably know who it is and don't really rate the person. So be careful there. But yeah, if you want to risk it and buy, it's like the CT scanner scandals, isn't it? You can see through the paper, you can see what downtown is. Personally, I didn't really think they needed to do oversized downtown. I think downtown's such a sort of sought after card that it sort of waters it down a little bit, maybe, having these downtown ones. I believe PSA will grade them. I think it's difficult to find like top loaders, etc. for them, but I believe they do grade them. We'll see, I suppose. We'll see. But yeah, I believe they. I'm sure I've seen them on Lookout when we did some data diving. I'm sure oversized downtown. But yeah, I think downtown, with it being such a sort of sought after, not not overly printed card, that to now have loads of these oversized and you can get them. I think I saw Kelsey the other day for I think it's like $20, $30 maybe. It's not weakening a little bit, but yeah, it's sort of putting two in the market, and then people having to sort of say and have pictures like this is not this is not oversized downtown, this is actual downtown. Because people are like, I'm not paying that price because this guy got it cheaper. It's like the difference, so it's oversized. But I like the fact that they're doing this sort of thing. We had sort of game exclusive, didn't we, with the Merlin stuff. So more products coming out is as long as it's decent products, isn't too bad, I'd say. But yeah, well, another short but sweet episode. I should have a special guest appearing soon with some big works that to tell you guys about, which I'm excited about myself. And I think that's it for another week of the card show. Am I missing something apart from my marbles? I don't know. I think voice work going on in this beautiful house of mine. Yeah, I'm losing my marbles a little bit. But no, that's the hobby as I see it for now. But I appreciate everyone for listening. So take care, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.